Hey goalies, Coach Sera here again. Today we're going to go through some crease movements. It's going to be a lot of agility, a lot of footwork, but mimicking what you would do in the crease. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is get your crease set up. Now we're looking for 5 points and I'll talk you through them. So if we call this number 3, that's basically looking at center ice. Either side of those, a little bit down, you're gonna have number 2 and number 4. Think of those as the face-off dots. And then you're gonna have number 1, and all the way on this side, number 5. Those represent your posts. So this is the crease you're going to work with. You've got your 5 cones lined up to know what angles you're going to be moving to and from. Alright, so lots of variations on drills that you can do. So I'm going to go and talk you through some of them to start with. So if we start on our 1, now you want to do all these in your goalie stance. So it's just going to be shuffle to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, and back. Now we want to do this at game speed, so and make sure you do that a couple of times through. Now, if we want to have more emphasis on the angles, we can start from 1, being our post, go to 2, back to 1, go to 3, back to 1, go to 4, bigger jump there, back to 1, and then a shuffle across to 5, and back to 1. So staying in your stance for all of these, 3 H's, emphasizing that your head turns first, then your hands, and then your hips follow. So you do that starting from 1, same thing you can do starting from 5. So to 4, to 5, to 3, to 5, to 2, to 5, and a big shuffle to 1, and then back again. If you are a smaller goalie or you don't have as much power, feel free to bring the crease in a little bit. You're obviously going to have more movement when you've got your skates on and you're on the ice, but this is basically mimicking what you would do on the ice. So the size of it isn't such a big deal. It's just getting the movement, the repetitions, the good habits involved. Okay, so another one that you can do is doing the letters. So same as you might do on the ice as you're warming up, you can do them here as well. So X, Y, Z, V. If we start with a V, it's going to be from 1 to 3 to 5 to 3 to 1. So from the camera's perspective, looks like the letter V. If you do an X, it's going to be from 1 to 4 to 2 to 5, and then reverse that one as well. The Y is going to look like going to 3, going up a little bit. So if you were, say, challenging a player, back to 3, from the opposite side to 1, and then reverse that from the other side, which leaves Z. So it would be a long shuffle across the goal line. So to 5, across to 2, across to 4, and then go back the way you came. Make sure you do each one, I would say 3 times each. That's what we would encourage to do on the ice. Go through all of them. You should definitely start feeling the burn in your legs for this one. If you're fortunate enough to have a partner with you to help you out with these, the variation you can do, which is going to be more agility because it is going to be more reactive, is to have them call out numbers. So you can go for maybe 30 seconds. You could go for a total of 10 numbers. So say you start from 1 or from 5. I don't know the habit, I just always seem to start from 1. That your partner would call out a number, and then you go to that one, wherever it may be. So you're getting different motions happening on the ice, still emphasizing the good habits of the 3 H's.
4, 3, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, good.
Alright, now if you wanted a bit of a progression on this one and to start working things in your butterfly and get some recovery going on, 1, don't do it on concrete. Find a soft surface, whether you do it at home on carpet or you do it on some foam mats, you do it on the grass. Look after your knees basically. So For me on the ice, I wear soft knee pads and then I wear the harder knee pads on top. So I would be wearing these and I would have socks on them, like the hockey socks on them, just so you're not damaging these as well. Socks are replaceable. These ones are a little bit harder to replace. So everything we just did in the crease on our feet, all of these you can do in your butterfly as well. All right, so we're gonna take this whole setup now and we're gonna move it onto the grass to do some things in our butterfly. All right, knee pads are on, socks are on. Such a hot look for everyone that's here in a public area.
Smoking!
But we're goalies, we're used to this, right? All right, so stuff that we did in the crease before on our feet, we can now do in our butterfly. So if you started from 1, and let's just do simple V letter that we were doing before. So you're in your butterfly stance. Again, we're emphasizing the 3 H's. So if I'm looking to go to number 3, head, arms, left leg comes up to push to the right, drop down your butterfly again. Then if I'm going to 5, head, hands, tuck in your right foot, left leg up, and go. So all the different motions that we did before, all of those you can incorporate into your butterfly, really focusing on the recovery, focusing on the 3 H's, getting the good habits so it gets into your muscle memory so that when you take it on the ice, you are getting up on the correct foot rather than on your favored foot. Alright, so something that you can focus on, obviously you don't need a lot of space to do it, but it's focusing on the good habits and what leg you actually get up on. So if I'm in my stance, little small things that you can do to work on the fundamentals. So you're in your stance, your gloves are out. If you just bring your right leg up and just focusing on getting it actually under your body, rather than if you're getting up and then you're moving across to then get back into your stance. So we want to minimize our movements and we also want to stay square. When we say square, you're staying square to the play, to the puck shooter, all those sorts of things. So I find a lot of goalies, they might do these ones and rotate to get up. We really want to emphasize this. So not a lot of space to do that, just working on goalie up downs and alternating the legs you get up on. The next thing you can do, now we're emphasizing the rotations, same thing, but moving up. All right, so we don't want our leg too far out. We want to get close to our body. That's how you maximize your power. So if I'm going to my left, head turns to the left, hands turn to the left, right leg comes up, left leg needs to be tucked in, and then you push off. And then obviously repeat for the other side. As a little guide and something to think about on the ice, that lead leg, so if I'm going to my right is my lead leg, the way that leg is pointing is the direction you're going. So say I'm here and I'm going to 4, if I bring that leg out to face 4, that's the direction I'm going. If I want to go to 5, tuck it in more. And then obviously if you need to go behind, so obviously not right in the crease, but a bit further out, you tuck it back a little bit more. That's the direction that you move into.
Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you again for watching this video, and I hope it brought value to you and your game. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it. But more importantly, how about you go out there and you guys work on these skills yourself so you can become a better ice hockey player. Now we're going to be doing more off-ice skill videos so you guys know what you can do off the ice, whether that's skill development, exercises, whether that's mental mindset, or anything else to help develop you as a person and as a hockey player. Now, if you don't already, make sure you follow NSA Hockey for your skill development needs. I'm Coach JFK of NSA Hockey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.